coach, like these outstanding coaches, so great at what they do? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 things that make great coaches stand out.
Do you need clear direction on how to create a solid income foundation? Do you need guidance on growth strategies and systems? Are you ready to accelerate your growth and impact? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Coach to Coach Show with Alease Michelle Jones.
Well, hello, guys. Welcome to the Coach to Coach Show with Alease Michelle. I am so excited, as always, to have you guys with me. So go ahead and do me a favor and go ahead and put your name in the comment section so I can give you a high five and a hello. And as you guys know, to support the show, if you can go ahead and spread the word about the show, the Coach to Coach Show, let them know that we're talking about the 3 things that make great coaches great and how they stand out. So hit the share button. Also tag another awesome coach who would love to hear this so that she can also be great just like you. All right. So hit that share button as well. So I am going to say some hellos to everyone. Say hello, put your name in the comment section so I can say hello to you. But today I want to talk to you about the 3 things that make great coaches stand out, right? Guys, y'all know I always have a little sticky note to remind me of the title because sometimes I forget. Hello, Miss Sheila. Hello, Sheila. Hello. All right, guys. So today, as promised, as always, I am going to talk to you about how to build your coaching business. If you guys are very new to me and don't know who I am, again, I'm Alease Michelle. I help online coaches create quality content so that they can get paying clients, right? And so every day on this show, not every day, but weekly on this show, every Tuesday at 1:00, I share with you strategies and systems, some tips to help you grow your business, your coaching business online. So this show is particularly for life coaches and business coaches, people who are helping other businesses grow their business, your coach or consultant as well. So the topics during the Coach to Coach Show revolve around those. It's all about growing your business, being able to reach the majority of people, building your authority so you can make a great impact. Awesome. Okay, Miss Sheila. Hello there, Cheryl. I see Cheryl, you probably signed in to my account. Make sure to sign yourself out because you're posting for me, which is great. But sign out because I think that's what it is. You're signed up under my account. That's why you are posting. Great morning, everyone, right? That's not me. That's Cheryl, guys. So, all right. So let me stop being silly and let's get into today's content as always. All right. So as you guys know, today's show is sponsored by the Coastpreneur Club. This is quality done for you content, courses, and lead generation tools that you can brand as your own to help you build your brand and grow your coaching business. So you can go to aleasemichelle.com/club for more information on how you can join today for only $1. Now, guys, let me just tell y'all about this real quick. Right now, the program that you see, the product that you see right now on the screen is this month's Done For You content. You can download this today for only $1. Now, this is telling your story and how to attract clients by telling your personal story, right? This is a great Done For You package. It includes the PowerPoint slides. It includes the worksheets, a journal. It includes the content so that you can do live streaming as well. Now, when you become a Coastpreneur Club, one of the major benefits of becoming a club member is that you save a ton of time. You're probably overwhelmed right now with what kind of content to do, what kind of content should I share, or creating the content for your paid courses. No longer, you don't have to struggle with that. If you're a Coastpreneur Club, all of this is taken care of for you. But here's the reminder. If you have not joined by the end of this year, 2019, right? This special deal of $1 trial for the first 7 days is going away. So if you're still on the fence about joining the club and you just not sure yet, that's why I put the dollar trial into place so you can try it out and see all the wonderfulness inside of the club. And then you can make your decision if you want to stay a member. And if you don't know, it's only $37 to join, right? And you can cancel anytime. So if you're still on the fence about joining the club, this is the prime opportunity to do this because at the end of this year, the dollar trial is going away. Okay. Hello, Cheryl. Hey, Kim. Hello, Rosa. Nice to see you guys here, right? So, as a special gift to you, don't forget, I do have the storytelling questionnaire. So go to aleasemichelle.com/storytelling to download your storytelling questionnaire. Now, this questionnaire, guys, if you wanted to know, this is a little behind the scene information for you that this is a snippet of one of my done for you kits, right? You guys get the questionnaire as a PDF form, but when you are a Coastpreneur Club member, you get all of these as Word documents or whatever document I create them. The key thing is that you are able to edit them to make them your own, put your logo on it, change the cover, and actually be able to sell these as low dollar digital items or physical items that you want to sell to your customers and clients. But this is a little snippet from the Done For You content that is provided this month inside the Coachpreneur Club. So see, and here's another thing for my club members, right? I'm a little off topic, but that's okay. That I want you guys to see how I use some of the Done For You content. So last week's training was actually a snippet of the training from this month's Done For You package. So you can actually do the same training that I did last week. You can also do it to your audience with a lot more detail and actually package it up and sell it. Right. So just a side note on that. I know some of my club members watch me and sometimes they might not know exactly what I'm doing, but that's a sneak peek or behind the scenes exactly of how to use the Done For You content. Okay. All right. So that's enough of me rambling on like that. All right. So let's talk about the great coaches out there, right? And here are two of my favorite coaches that I follow of all time. We've got Tony Robbins on the left hand side, and we got Iyanla Vanzant, okay? And she is on the right hand side, right? If I was to ask you guys right now to tell me a little snippet about one of these people's story, you could tell me. You can tell me that Tony grew up very poor, right? That his mom, was having some problems. He was having some problems at home. You can tell me a little bit about Iyanla's story as well, right? She was broke for a little while. She was making all these books, creating all these books, and then she went broke. I know that story because I follow her from the beginning. You guys can also talk about her struggles, her marriage. You know this about her because she has shared this story multiple times. And this is the key to becoming a great coach is telling stories clearly. So, but like I said, what makes them great? It's their stories. And so that today we're going to talk about the 3 things that make great coaches stand out. The 3 things that make great coaches stand out. And it's all about the power of storytelling. And so today I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to break down this story even more for you so that you can be awesome at telling your own stories. Okay. So y'all know the dealio. Who is ready for me to drop these nuggets on you? Who is ready? Put yes, I'm ready in the comment section to let me know that you're ready for me to drop these nuggets on you. Put a yes in the comments. And let me know if you are ready for this. Yes. Hello, Sandy. Awesome. Love you guys. Love you. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1, every story that these great coaches start off with, they start off with a hook. A hook, something to just grab your attention, right? So a hook is a storyline or a short paragraph that catches your ideal client's attention and makes them stop to listen or read what you are about to share with them. Okay. So they start off with a hook. Now, what is a hook? How do you start off with a hook? Well, it's easy. It's an easy breezy thing. So these are popular hooks that forces you out of your comfort zone, like hooks that actually share with them that you forced yourself out of a comfort zone of some sort, right? Because people, that's where the connection happens. The connection happens when people realize that, okay, this person was in a sticky situation and they're no longer in a they're no longer in a sticky situation, right? So here's some of the popular hooks that you can start off with. You can start off with the first time I started my business, it was a serious struggle, right? Guys, when I first started my business, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was clueless. I was not really savvy with the online world. I definitely was not good with videos. I was really like, quirky like or not, just not, I wasn't together, right? So if I started off my story with that, you would pick up and say, okay, she she seems like she has it together, but she telling us she ain't got it together, right? Another popular hook is the first time someone, right? The first time someone actually signed up for my coaching services, I was like terrified. I had no clue. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. And they paid the full price. I was scared. I was like, I'm not sure. Am I going to be able to help this person? I know I've helped myself, but I'm not sure I'm not going to be able to help this person, right? I wasn't confident in what I was doing. I could speak the game. I know that I've gotten strategies and results for myself, but could I help someone else? So when the first time someone signed up for my coaching services, I was terrified. I felt like an imposter, like, can I do this, right? So I had to build up my confidence. I had to really write down, how did I get the results that I did, right? What was I doing? What was going on? How many times did I post? What was I doing? What didn't work, right? So that is a popular hook, as you can see, right? Brooke says, that's my feeling, right? But Brooke, the system and the secret, okay, Brooke, to that, I don't know why people want to call me in the middle of my show, right? The secret to that is literally writing down the steps that you've taken to get to where you are right now. And don't think that your results has to be like big results, right? Maybe you made your first $1,000 from your coaching business. For me, that was one of my results when I first started out. I literally had someone pay me for the first time straight up, no payment plans or nothing, the whole $997 for my coaching services. So what was my steps? What did I do? How did I get that person to sign up, right? Those will be your system that you will share with people. So write down the steps that you've taken to get the results that you've gotten. And it can be, look at all the results that you've gotten. How, I could share steps on how I was able to build up my confidence to eventually go live, right? That could be a step. How was I able to build my brand so that you guys will show up and I have a group of 600 people. I have a followers of 12,000 people on my Facebook page. What was my system, right? And so if you guys don't know, right, just a little plug. I'm sharing all of those steps and systems in my behind the scenes mastermind with 9 wonderful women right now that are kicking butt. We are right now in week, I think 6, or we're going into week 6, right? Next week. And the results have been absolutely phenomenal from the group. So if you did not join the behind the scenes mastermind, you will have an opportunity to join again in 2020. And but just letting you know, my systems that I teach on how I got to where I am right now are all taught in the behind the scenes mastermind. Okay. All right. So Cheryl says, she says, yes, definitely felt the same way with my first coaching client. But you know what? You got to start somewhere, right? Because you start with the first coaching client and then you get multiple ones. Because if you're always afraid to step out, then you'll never get the results. You won't ever see yourself grow. And I know we're not like that. I know you guys are not like that. Y'all are my wonderful coaches that are absolutely kicking butt and you're getting results every single day. I believe that. I know that's happening and you believe that as well in yourself, right? Okay, so let's go back to these popular hooks. So the moment you realize that dot dot dot, right? That's another popular hook. That's probably one of the biggest popular hooks. The moment you realize that, I can say for myself, the moment I realized that I no longer wanted to teach at the universal level anymore. When I realized that, I knew that I needed something different. Or I can say the moment I realized that my full-time job was getting in the way of my part-time hustle, it was time to go. Y'all see what I'm saying? So that is the hook that brings people into your story and makes you want to listen more, right? Good deal. Behind, yes, Brooke, behind the scenes 2020. Noted. Put that in your calendar, girl. All right. So number two. Now, number two is you have to find the villain in your story. And every great story has some type of antagonist, someone or something for the hero to fight against. Now, I really did struggle with telling this part of the villain story because to me, I'm a really, sweet girl. I don't think anyone's a villain. I don't really think anyone's out to get me. But so I had to turn it around. It wasn't like a person. It was like the system, the corporate world, the way the system worked in the corporate world was my villain. So it necessarily doesn't have to be a person. It can be something else that could be your villain. So let's talk about some questions that you need to ask yourself, right? So what you want to do, you want to say what or who tried to stop me. Ask yourself what villain, right, do I share with my clients as well, right? If you have a villain that the both of you share or multiple of your potential clients share, they're going to bring instant connection with you, okay? So again, my villain at the time was corporate America, the scheduling, the having to get up and go to work, right? Another villain could be the traffic to go to work. But corporate America, I used to ask my dad, even when I was a young child, who made up this 9 to 5 work schedule? Who said that we had to go to work and do these things? Get up in the morning, take a shower, put on our corporate ish clothing, get in our car and drive to work for somebody else. Who came up with that? And then who came up with that we had to do it from 9 to 5? Clearly, I was always bucking the system from the beginning, but I did what I did, right? I went to college, I got my degree, I went and got a job. But I realized when I was there, like I could only last at a job for about a year before I got bored. Luckily, right? Luckily, I found that teaching was my gift, and I lasted there for 19 years. Probably on the 10th year, I was probably getting tired. And let me just say this side note. Um, It was fun at the beginning, and then I got really tired of doing the same thing, right? I am a person, I might be an introvert, but I have to have change. And literally, when I started teaching in the classroom, what I really loved about it was that every quarter the classes would change. But my students would tell you, right? If you had me in as a class, right, it was only 12 weeks. By week 6, I was getting bored. And so I would have to switch things up. And once you start doing that for about 10 years, around 11 or 12 years, you get sort of tired of you got to spice things up for you at your job, right? I just got tired. And so God spoke to me and told me, you know what, it's time to go. You got other gifts that you need to share. And as a hard headed person, I didn't listen. I stayed there another 3 years and until he gave me an opportunity and I took it and I ran, right? So they gave me an opportunity to take a really nice severance and that I would just resign at the end of the quarter. And your girl did that. And when I did that, I was running, right? I was running to start this business full time. I was doing it as a side hustle, but now it was truly full time. And I can definitely go into more stuff, but clearly you understand that the villain that I'm trying to share and connect with my ideal clients is the 9 to 5 corporate villain. Corporate America is not for everybody. You've done your due diligence and it's time to move on. And so most of the people I am speaking to are my people who have done your due diligence, right? You've worked there for years. You've done what you needed to do and you want something different. You want to spend time with your grandkids. You want to spend time with your husband or your new husband. You want to see yourself doing things at a younger age and not doing them when you old and gray, right? So that to me, I had a dream inside of myself and I saw myself doing something totally different. And corporate America was not fitting into that storyline. All right. So y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? So you find a villain in your story. Some of you might have villains that your family don't support you. Like you at this on your own. You got people who are hating on you because you're trying something new. Find who your villain is and stick with it, right? And make sure, not make sure, but make their connection with your audience, right? Here's another example, right? Some of you are mompreneurs, or some of you speak for domestic violence, right? People who were abused. And so that's your villain. The person who abused you is the villain. And so when you're helping other women overcome this, you have a villain or a bad person who caused you harm in connection with each other. And so they're going to listen to you because now they say, well, oh, she went through this, then we can connect. I see myself in her and I see that she's overcame it, so I'm going to listen to her more. Am I making sense here, guys? Let me know if I'm making sense in here. Put a yes in the comments. Making sense? Let me know. Brooke says, let me put on my glasses, Brooke, because I can't see. She says, my generational 9 to 5 mentality is my villain. Yes, yes, yes. Cheryl says, I'm so excited and grateful for this wonderful journey I'm on. Yes, ma'am, right? Miss Sheila says corporate world is the biggest villain. Yes, to some people. Some people really enjoy the corporate mentality, right? And they like working for somebody else. Everyone is not meant to be an entrepreneur. Everyone is not meant to have a side hustle on the side that eventually becomes their main thing, right? Everyone is not meant for that. So I'm not speaking to everyone. Brooke says procrastination could be another villain. That is right. So maybe you're speaking, maybe you're a coach to help people with productivity, to be more better, to get things done, right? Then procrastination becomes the villain. For some of us, I think when I first started, I also talked about being in your comfort zone. That's a villain as well. So y'all get it. Y'all getting it. So find who your villain is or what could be the villain in your story and share that and make sure it connects with other people. Typically, whatever is our villain is somebody else's villain as well. Okay. So every good story has a villain. Every good story has a villain. Awesome. All right. So number 3, right? We covered 1 through 2. 1 was have a hook. 2 was establish who the villain is. And number 3 is become the hero. Realize that your client is not just looking for a solution. They are looking for a similar transformation that you have had. So you want to become the hero, right, Rosa? Fear is one of those villains as well. Fear is a big villain. Yes, ma'am. Y'all get it. But the next thing is to become the hero. Realize that your clients is not only looking for a solution, but they're looking for the transformation. And that's where you come in at. You become the hero in this. So here's some helpful exercises to help you establish yourself as the hero in the story. List all the changes that you've experienced on your path to where you are now. Number 2, only those changes that your ideal clients can relate to. So, example, if I was to show up, and again, I'm going to let you guys know, saying that you want to become the hero can be a little scary, especially if you're a person who doesn't like to be like showboatish, if that makes sense. But when you share with people that there was a transformation for yourself, a lot of you have heard from me say that, when I was working as a university, there was a day that I had a panic attack. I literally could not teach another class because I did not want to be there. And so when I did get the opportunity to leave, It changed everything. I was so energized. I would get up early to do everything that I need to work on my business. Literally, right now, right, guys, I work on my business so much longer and so much more than I did when I worked for corporate America, when I was in the classroom. I can be in my home office right now working on my business from 12 o'clock at night, I mean, in the evening, until 6 to 7 o'clock at night. What happened? You know, I now have the confidence and believe in myself that I can do this. I was able to even build up more of my confidence when I got my first client, when I sold out my first live event, when I sold out all of my digital products, when I got my first members inside of my club, right? My membership club. All of those things are forms of transformation that people want to see, that they also want to believe that that can happen for themselves as well. So you always want to share the transformation in yourself, even the small to the big, right? Share the transformation. What happened? What results did you get? How did you feel, right? I am so much more confident in myself that I'm able to run my business, right? There's some months, I'm going to be honest with you, that I don't meet my goals, my money goals, right? There's some months when I first started that I made zero amount of money when I first started even, right? That's why I'm so glad I started it as a side hustle and not a full time, because I would be in like SOL, right? Having no money. But I use my time, my spare time, while I mean full time, I use my spare time when I got home to work on my business. And yes, it's stressful. Yes, you might have a stressful daytime job, but you also have to say a little prayer to yourself and ask for strength from God to say, hey, get me through just 1 or 2 hours tonight to work on my business. Just give me that strength to make that happen. Even if you only have to give yourself 15 minutes to work on it. 15 minutes is better than zero, right? So if you got to do, ask the prayer, ask for God to give you that strength to make those happen so that you can leave that freaking 9 to 5 job, because it is it stresses you out. And I'm all about, y'all, let me say this. Now, here's the vain side of me. I'm all about trying to look good and stay good and look young, right? And keep healthy. That 9 to 5 job was not a healthy thing for me. Literally, like having panic attacks. That wasn't good at all. So again, tell your story, share the transformation, and you too will become one of those great coaches out there that gets clients, get paying clients, get people to sell out. Stories are huge, right? Even when you're teaching things, right? I'm teaching you guys these 3 things right now, but in between each one of these new things that I'm sharing with you, I'm sharing a story. Hint, hint. Y'all getting it? I share a thing with you, I share a tip with you, and then I tell you a story. I share a tip, I tell you a story. So you need to have multiple stories as you can. They can be short, they can be, you can break your longer story into parts, right? But have stories, share stories. Necessarily, now let me say this to you as well. The stories necessary don't always have to be your stories. They can be stories of your clients. Sometimes I tell stories of my husband's stories I share with you guys. I share my clients' stories. So they don't necessarily always have to be your stories as well. Okay. So note that. Just have a couple of them stories in your pocket. Start with your main story, right? What got you where you are today, right? Find the villain in that story and then talk about the transformation. So the last part of the helpful exercises is, for each change, ask yourself, why would this be important to my client? Why would this be important to them? Why would they want to know this, right? So as I'm sharing with you guys my transformation, why do I feel like you guys would feel like this is important? One, you want to know that, okay, she went from having panic attacks to actually enjoying her workday. You want to see that I stuttered over when I did my videos, or that I was so scared. I watched one of my old videos about a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so horrible. But I also said to myself, I am so glad that I continued to do the videos. Right. I was so nervous. My lighting sucked. I didn't have the right equipment. And guys, honestly, again, being 100 with you, I don't have all the perfect equipment either still, Right now, I have my computer sitting on a box so I can have the height. I don't have all the fancy stuff that you see from in studios. I'm in my office, right? Sometimes I see other people who have their own side office, right? They have a studio away from home. I would love to have that, but that's not in the cards right now. So I am working with what I have. That is a form of transformation that people want to see. They want to hear you say those things. Okay. So let me know if I'm making sense to you guys. Do you feel like that you can too have a great story to share? Let me see what Miss Brooke has to say. Y'all see that I got to put my glasses on. Let's see. Brooke says, I left my 9 to 5 4 years ago and I am determined to get my coaching business cracking. Brooke, get it cracking. You know what I'm going to say to you though? Are you showing up and showing out? Are you showing up every single day that people know who you are? Are you telling people what you do? Here's what I do. Now, and let me just say this. Let me paraphrase this right now. My help statement or my marketing message has changed and evolved. So, Brooke, if you're thinking that whatever you're doing has to be perfect, let that go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right. So, have your message. Who do you help? Right. I help online coaches. What do you help them with? I help them with quality content, how to create quality content. Why do I do it? So that they can get paying clients. Know who you're working with, what you do for them, and what the outcome of results that people can get by working with you. Okay. Get that together. And I want you to show up and show out every single day. I want to see the proof, Brooke, that you're showing up and showing out. I want you to tag me. Tag me and show me that you're showing up. That is the way to build your coaching business. These young chickadees out here, I don't know how old you are, Brooke. You're probably a whole lot younger than me. They're showing up. That's the difference. You got a phone in your hand. We've got our business in our hand, which is our cell phone. That's how you do business. You show up and use video. If you're not comfortable with video right now, start a podcast. You can talk, right? You got to know how to talk. If you got to coach a business, you're going to coach other people. Start a podcast. Show up every single day and let people know that you can help them. All right. So that's just I'm on my soapbox today. Cheryl says, I just posted a blog on my website about my assertive attitude open doors for me. Awesome. And Cheryl, I want you to share that blog post on all your social media platforms, right? You want to drive traffic to your website, and that's exactly how you get more eyeballs on what you do. Hello, Miss Rosa. Rosa says, yes, I am ready to label my villain and become the hero my clients need. I have learned a lot in the mastermind to really show up as not my authentic self, being more clear with my target audience and solution I can provide for them. Awesome. High five. High five, Rosa. Rosa gonna get this money, right? We're gonna get this money. We're gonna get this money, right? I absolutely love you guys. Awesome. All right. So here's what I want y'all to remember. Remember this: your story will instill trust that you are the ideal person to help your clients. The most powerful story in the world is one that shows someone it is possible to be released from their old stories. Okay. Be that person to help people release themselves from the old stories that they're telling themselves. Be that person to help people overcome their struggles so that they can become great, so that they can live out their dream, so they can start making moves toward doing whatever that is that they want to be. If you're a health coach and you want to see people lose a little bit of weight, help them do that. If you are a business strategist coach and you want to help people grow their business, help them, give them the leg up, right? And my last thing I want to remind you guys of is that do not think that your small results are too small to share with other people. There are people who are not even at the level that you are at right now, right? And they want to get to that level. They want their first paying clients. They want their first live event to be sold out. They want their first digital product to be sold. So note that where you are now, there are people who are not where you are right now. They're beneath you. They're under you. I hate to say beneath you, but you guys understand what I'm saying. So note that you are good enough at what you do right now. You are good enough. All right. Y'all hear that? Say that to yourself and say it to yourself often. If you got to write it on a sticky and put it on the mirror, put it on the mirror. I am good enough. I am a great coach. People love paying me, right? People love giving me money, right? People are signing up for my coaching programs every single day. Put that on a sticky note and say that to yourself every single day. Even if you don't believe it, say it to yourself anyway, till you do believe it, right? Y'all heard that saying, fake it till you make it. I'm going to say, talk to yourself until you make it. Tell yourself every day how great you are and how good you are at doing what you're doing, and share your stories in the process. Part of the stories is you talking and telling people that you had to use those stickies to remind yourself. I got sticky notes right now on my mirror to remind me of my income goals, that I deserve to make this amount of money. I am good enough to make this amount of money, whatever my income goals are. I have those right now as my sticky note on my mirror. And I want to, again, here's a side note. I'm thinking about offering a class to teach you guys on how to manifest your income. The post about that is coming out really soon. So just think about that. I want to share some of my systems and my tricks. Not I want to call them tricks, but tips on how I'm able to manifest money every single day and reach my income goals. Right. So definitely want to share that with you. All right. Thank you, Brooke, for the love. Thank y'all. All right. So, again, as a quick reminder, if you have not downloaded your storytelling questionnaire, go right now to aleasemichelle.com/storytelling. And then, lastly, guys, if you guys know that someone needed to hear this message today, go ahead and hit that share button and share this message with other people. Tag a couple of other people to let them know. Share this training in groups that you're in. Let people know that storytelling is powerful, right? Let them be able to download this freebie as well. So let me know and tag other great people, right? Sandy says, let me share Sandy's message. Sandy says, my saying is, and I quoted someone with this: if it's not in writing, it does not exist. Yes, ma'am. Brooke says self love is the best love. Yes, girl. Let me give you a big old hug. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Awesome. All right, guys. So, again, as a quick reminder, today's show was sponsored by the Coastpreneur Club. This is quality done for you content, courses, and lead generation tools that you can brand as your own to help you build your brand and grow your coaching business. Go to aleasemichelle.com/club for more information on how you can join today for only $1. And again, as a quick reminder, guys, this dollar trial is going to end in 2019. So if you're still on the fence about joining the Coachpreneur Club, you definitely want to go check it out right now before this dollar offer ends. Okay. So again, go to aleasemichelle.com/club for more information on this, right? Hello, Kim. What's up, girl? What's up? What's up? Glad to see you here. Y'all, Kim is my sorority sister, my line sister there. Thank you, Kim, for joining. Love you so much and miss you so much, darling. All right, guys. So I want to say thank you for joining me today on the Coachpreneur Show. I hope you guys got some great information today on the 3 things that make great coaches stand out. If you ever have any information or questions from me, you guys know how to reach me. Go ahead and either DM me or send me, go to my website and, I'm about to say schedule a strategy session. Right now, I am totally booked for the month of October, but just reach out to me if you have any other questions about building your coaching business, getting clients, building a brand, building your authority as well. All right. So, guys, thank you again for joining me on the Coast to Coast Show. You know what? Join me here on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock in the same place, same time. You can catch it on Facebook or on YouTube. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And y'all have an awesome and blessed day. Peace out.